Hey guys, we're on video number 7 now. This is chapter books. This is going to be our second to last video. The first two I have to show you are Hey Jack and Billy B. These are great little quick reads. There's no more than 50 pages in each book. And what is really unique about these two series is that they're neighbors and they're best friends, and so they show up in each other's stories all the time. So I'm just going to quickly go through Hey Jack, and the same things apply for Billy B. So the words are going to be really big. There's going to be no more than 50 words per page. And then if you notice, at the end of every page, it ends in a period. So that means that there's going to be no run-on sentences to the next page. So it's a really easy read for your newly independent reader, and they're really silly and fun. So again, Hey Jack and Billy B. Billy B. So there's tons of different books of these. So these can be great birthday or any kind of a holiday gift, or just really nice additions to your home library. Next is Jack Russell. He's our dog detective. He is a mystery solver. He solves these mysteries around his neighborhood. But what I really like about his books is that to solve his mysteries, he has to use his nose map. And that means throughout the book, he collects smells, and they help him to figure out where he's been and the clues that he's found out at each place that he's been to. So there's going to be a lot more text on these pages, but the whole book is from his perspective. So when he talks about his owner, he talks about he refers to his owner by his first name, and it's really fun. It's like the owner is his pet. It's really cute. So again, Jack Russell, there's a lot of different books in this series too. So if you have a reader who loves mysteries, this is a good one. Next we have Mina. She has 3 books, and these are total girl power books. These are set in Roman times, so it's way back when. And in the first book, her mother tells her that it is time for her to think about getting married, and Mina is not having it because she has a lot of spirit and she is independent, and she doesn't want to just settle down and have kids. She wants to get out and do stuff. So all of her friends are in the Roman army. They're all guys. And she and her horse had this really beautiful connection, and they're like best friends. And so she and her horse go on all these adventures. But the cool thing is that she has a lot more spunk than pretty much anyone in the Roman army. So she becomes like a pivotal character in the Roman army and their conquests. So Mina is a great series for middle school or high school girls because she is totally girl power, and it's awesome. Next is Conspiracy 365. There are 12 books in the series. Each one is a month of the year. And basically, this guy, Cal, his father dies, although he has some suspicions that his father was actually killed by somebody. But basically, he has to go on the run for an entire year to find out what happened and if his suspicions are true that his father was killed and who killed him and why. So this is a thriller. It's a page turner, but it's really good. Next is The Last 13. This is like a Heroes book, like the show Heroes. So this is basically like Heroes in book form. So there are these 13 teenagers, and they all have these dreams, these nightmares, and then they start realizing that they come true. So they can control reality with their dreams, and so they can predict what's happening, and then eventually they have to save the world. So the interesting thing about this series, is that there are 13 books. But number 13 is the first book of the series, and the one I have here, number 1, is the last book. So this is not the first book. This is the last book. Number 13 is the first book. So if you're interested in this series, make sure you get number 13 first, because then you'll just ruin the whole story, and you won't have any clue what's going on. Phoenix Files. There are 6 books in this series. Luke and his mom, they move to this deserted town, and there's no technology in there. There's no cars, no internet, no phones, nothing. And everyone is overly nice and overly helpful. And so Luke kind of figures out that something is not quite right in this town. And he and his 2 friends, they figure out that someone who is in Phoenix, they are trying to destroy the world. So they have to figure out what's going on and who's doing it. So this is also a thriller, a nice page turner. And again, there are 6 books in this series. There are a lot more chapter books that we have, so I encourage you, if you have a young adult reader, to check out some of our chapter books because they are great. So I will see you back at the Facebook party for our last video.